April 19th here in southern Ontario, Canada. As I'm at home racked up and can't do anything anyways, I thought I'd make a video. I found that all the rabbit holes lead into one rat's warren. I don't know how to explain it better than to sort of use an analogy, Tolkien's Hobbits, Lord of the Rings, all that. Over the last 3 years as I've been making these videos, I could use the sort of analogy of, I'm just a hobbit. And one day I realized my shire was all full of rabbit holes. And they weren't even camouflaging, hiding the rabbit holes anymore. So I began to poke my head down those rabbit holes to see what lay down there. Sometimes I just peek in for a quick look. Other times I go down, hang around for a while. Sometimes I return a few times. And every time I leave a sign at the rabbit hole saying, what's down this rabbit hole. Each Hobbit sign is, of course, a video. So it's up to the next Hobbit who comes along to look at that sign, make of it what he will, decide whether he wants to go down the rabbit hole and see what his take is, or maybe find some more stuff down there. I can only go so far down some rabbit holes. The Rebel News, they go further down some rabbit holes so they can get Freedom of Information Act stuff, pull that out of the rabbit hole, just as an example. It's up to you, fellow hobbits, my fellow hobbits, to make of what you will with my signposts or videos, what that means to you, and again, whether you want to pursue that rabbit hole or not. So anyways, I'm certainly not the only hobbit posting signs at rabbit holes, not by any stretch of the imagination, right? There's tens of thousands of my fellow hobbits doing the same thing through social media and independent media. So anyways, what I've found is, and again, I'll just be a hobbit in a rabbit hole. I'm down in the rat's warren. Go down fairly deep, down the rabbit hole, right into the rat's warren. I see the same people all the time, I went down a WEF rabbit hole, and I'm into the rat's warren. And I'm like, hey, I recognize you, mister. You're the CEO of a mega corporation. And I see you here in the WEF sort of part, but yesterday I also saw you over I went down the WHO rabbit hole, and there you were. And the week before I went down the IMF rabbit hole, and there you were. And worked my way back across the rat's warren. I see the same faces, the same people, and the same names. Our rabbit holes all lead to one rat's warren. Hence my hobbit analogy and whatnot. And what I found is, down in that rat's warren, a lot of people just can't grasp the concept that China and the WEF aren't at odds, but in cahoots. You gotta kind of take that in. So I'll leave this video here because I know everybody likes them short, but can't always make them short, can I? Yes, rabbit holes, they all lead to the same rat's warren.